My name is Thomas Vale Slattery, and what I'm talking about today is really 5 years in my life, 1985 to 1989, that started with AIDS and ended with art. So we're looking at art, AIDS, memory, and China. Beginning of 85, my partner and I went on a visit to the People's Republic of China, which was had been open to Western visitors in the previous 12 months. Sort of an interesting and quite magical trip, keeping in mind that in the 80s there was no private car ownership. China was a very different place than the country we see so often today. And 85 was really the beginning in Australia of the first wave of AIDS, of the AIDS pandemic. And it was a sort of a significant period for me, certainly, because I was infected that year with the HIV/AIDS virus, as indeed numbers of my friends were. Most of those people are now dead. I, however, have survived. Both my partner and I were diagnosed as being HIV positive in 1985, and in those days it was a 2 to 3 year death sentence. So it necessitated a number of changes in one's life. I went off and spent 86 on a work contract in Papua New Guinea while I thought through the situation. Then came back and went on to what is now a university, the University of Southern Queensland staff, heading the conference and seminar program for Southeast Asia, for Australia and Southeast Asia. The fact that I had already been to China, and USQ, or DDIE as it was setting up relations with a variety of Chinese institutions, gave me a sort of a leg up. So I got this job on really because I had simply been to China, which I thought was sort of rather amusing. The next years were spent working on the first exhibition of Australian contemporary art to tour China. As part of the Federal Exchange Program, Commonwealth of Australia's cultural exchange program went up from 87 through to 89. The photographs I have here today are tourist snapshots of the Temple of Heaven in Peking, the Summer Palace in winter, with people skating on the ice, a very haunting photo. Tiananmen Square, again covered in snow, me as a sensible queen wrapped up in a Calvin Klein overcoat, and at what was then a busy but rather antiquated airport in Peking with broken conveyor belts, so I'm loading my own luggage. The last shot is on the 15th of May 1989, at the end of this project, when this exhibition, having gone through Peking, Tianjin, Shanghai, Wuhan, Guangzhou, then Hong Kong, then back to Australia, and was shown at the City Hall in what was then the Civic Gallery. So there's a photograph here of the Lord Mayor on the night she opened, the Lord Mayor in that instance being Sally Ann Atkinson. And in the photograph there, one of my ancient aunts, now long dead, Sister Mary Matilde, and Dorothea Sheehan, Sister Mary Dot, who many people will be familiar with her work in the AIDS area, which she took on in her retirement.